I just realized this scene does not have a microphone, so I had to copy that. Anyway, I had said, what? Always play in a lit environment? How could you say that for a horror game of all things? Anyway, there's Hysteria Project, which is like a horror interactive movie. That's a creepy noise. Bulky Picks presents. Dang, tied up. Whatever will I do? I have to escape. Man, this duct tape is so strong though. Look inside the room, undo the duct tape and run. Yeah, I'll look inside first. I mean, what if he's right outside? He like just left. Yeah, okay, not much to do. Yeah, I'll undo the duct tape and run. He's probably far enough away. Wow, okay, the duct tape was not nearly as well on as I thought. Look for a sharp object. Continue undoing the duct tape. Yeah, look for a sharp object. Any weapons I can use? I'm not even getting up. Oh, I saw something. What was it that I saw? I'm weak at the moment, it seems. Ah, it's a knife, I think. And that's a much easier way to undo duct tape. Cut it off instead of trying to pull it off. Okay, now I can escape. Oh, it's a bright sunny day. I assumed it would be night, as typical for horror games, but no, it's bright and sunny. Wow, this is nice video quality. What? He's following me? Oh no, keep running. Turn left, turn right. I'll turn left, yeah. It's I not much of a reason to pick one over the other that I noticed. Maybe if the video quality was higher quality, I would have noticed something, but no way to tell. He's right there, no. Wow. Keep on running. Hold on, I have to check, what is triangle? Triangle is S, and square is A. Good to know. I had to check what that was. Since it will probably come up. Saving data. Stay in your hiding place without moving a muscle or quietly move to another hiding place. I say quietly move. Honestly, I'm probably being caught actually, considering all the like dead leaves on the ground. O, X, X, O, O, X. I'm definitely making it if there's this many quick time events. There's so many. Also, this seems like a bad idea, considering just how open this area is. I made it. Nice. H. Did I mute the game or something? It's not, doesn't feel like there's much audio right now. Though it also feels like there should be. I mean, I don't know how I would muted it. X. Ooh, look at that tripwire. A beeping? Oh. Oh. Got a spy movie my way through the tripwires. Why there's so many? How did the guy know I was coming this way specifically? It's a massive open forest. Also, why am I not going around? How is he correct? It looks like I could just go to the right and avoid this hassle of going through the tripwires. I guess I couldn't go left, but right is an option. Unless going right is a trap, and he's just like waiting off to the right. In that case, he could just come after me right now while I'm being slow to going through the tripwires. Hey, look at this area. Nice little crevice here. Weird that there's just no audio. Spooky. What? I'm all bloodied up already. Is that the H? I've been aged. Oh, that would have been loud. I don't know what I was meant to do. Turn left? What am I, huh? I went left last time. Oh, wait, no, it was right, left, right, right. That's what I was talking about. Right, left. Right, right. The game over. You get the strange feeling that you've gone in the wrong direction or completely lost. You carry on running until the last thing you see is a shady figure stepping out from behind a tree. Okay. Okay, right, left. Right, right. Unless it's left, right, left, left. In which case, oops. Right. Saving data. Ooh, I see this fence to the right. And it's a foggy day. H. Go straight. It was right, left, right, right. So straight is more right than left is. Game over. Okay. I guess I'll go left then. If you say so. I guess left is more right than straight ahead is. In this case. Unless it is really left, right, left, left. But, oh, he's right behind me. Of course he is. Uh, yeah, go left. Wow, it seems like I'm just going straight ahead. Retry. Yeah, I'll go straight ahead. Just jump over the log. Okay, that was kind of a slow jumping over that log. Oh, he's right there. Keep running. What was that? Are there 4 options? Yeah, go left. I saw an H that way. I have an H on my arm, so surely I have to follow the H's. Not gonna worry about why the H is branded onto my arm. Just straight ahead. I saw an H straight ahead. H to the left. Oh, he's right there. Okay. I got lucky. And he only knocked me out. He didn't kill me. Okay. Doesn't seem that lucky then. I mean, he was using like an axe, it looked like, so still pretty lucky that I didn't die immediately. Yeah, being dragged back to the shed. Man, dang. X. Quick time event time. Oh, jeez. Very blurry. And flashing lights. Okay. He's there, right in front of me. Is that? No, that isn't him. That's just thing on the table. It looked like legs. Did he not duct tape my arms or legs together this time? Why not? I press wrong button. You didn't manage to escape. I see a creepy figure flip into the room before an axe splits your skull. Why would he have brought me to the shed only to kill me in the shed specifically? He had a perfect opportunity to do that. Outside of the shed. Okay. I fast forwarded too long. X. O. It's X again. I guess it's randomized what button I need to push, maybe. Oh Jesus, bright outside. What, he's right outside? He, I feel like, could not kill me with the axe at that angle. I guess he's trying to get in, and he would be able to get in. What? I'm just leaving out? Okay. Going where the guy with the axe is. Also, I lost a lot of progress since I'm way back in the where the shed was. And he's still chasing me. I don't know why he's obsessed with me, but I guess if I go to the authorities, then he would be in trouble. But why is he's going super slowly? Give me enough time to look all around. Yeah, run for it. Yeah, I have a limp. It's not gonna work. I was just knocked unconscious. Obviously, I'm not gonna be able to run very well. I wouldn't be able to hide very well either, considering he's right behind me. Oh, he's just there. Okay, behind the tree. Wounded and beat, you cannot run the killer. Exhausted, you fall to the ground before passing out. You hear some grunting and footsteps getting nearer. Oh, right, that was on me. I should have hid. Kind of surprised I was able to get away far enough to hide at all. Not very well, it seems, but well enough. Stay hiding, try and move to another hiding place without being seen. Yeah, stay hiding. I died. Despite being well hidden, you don't imagine falling for an instant that the killer is following the traces of blood left by your bleeding wound. Ah. Yeah, you know, I hadn't thought about that. What, I have to hide again? Yeah, move to another place. Or have much of a choice. Just hiding to a tree. Different tree than the first time. Oh, dang, my hand is all bloodied. Make a makeshift Torgonet or run for it. I'll make a makeshift one of those. Ah, is that the... Okay, bandage. Oh, I'm immediately dead. The killer finds you before you can finish making your tourniquet. Run for it. I'm far enough away that the killer doesn't know where I am. So I can escape. Probably. Doesn't seem like I'll be able to, because feel like I'm staggering quite a bit. Ooh, what is that blinking light? Go check it out. Um, yeah, avoid it. It's like a bomb or something. It was a bomb. What? I literally avoided it. Run for it. I guess search through the pile of leaves. See the bomb. For what it is. Why is the screen blinking? Why did it stop blinking? Oh. Oh. X. Surely it couldn't have been that buried if it was visibly blinking. Whoa, what is that? Whoa, he's right behind me. Oh no, run. How am I outrunning him now? I wasn't able to outrun him earlier. I pressed the wrong button. Boom. It bombed. It was a bomb. I make a fatal mistake as I'm running away. Not even while I'm searching the pile of leaves. I'll press X there. Run. Pretty quick time events. What am I doing? Oh, I'm trying to trap the killer. He, surely he, I died. Surely he would have seen me burying the thing. That's great that I died like that. Oops, yep. Man, that's a long sequence of quick time inputs. And fairly quick time inputs as well. A lot of those. Okay, there's the effects. Like O, X. Nope, X, O. Why is that at the top of the screen at that time? I don't think I'd seen one up there yet. X, O, O, X, 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 O, 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 X, 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 O, O, X. I can get away. I can lay on the ground well enough to not be caught in the explosion. But the killer did, and that's the most important part. What was that? An envelope? Running through the streets now? I'm in a more urban area. I'm no longer just in the woods someplace. H. Hysteria Project to be continued. The Mad Runner, Vincent Dondane, the biker, the frozen prop woman, the hooded killer, the tattoo artist. I don't remember this many people. The server monsters, the reluctant heroes, the daring stuntman, the strange pile of leaves itself. I don't remember that many characters. I remember 3 characters. And a mysterious, like, wolf creature. Thanks for playing to be continued. There's the pile of leaves, the character you play as, which is, I guess, the running man, and the hooded figure. Spooky. Is this the final achievement? Yeah, it is. How do I move that mouse? Control, hold on. Control mapping. I guess I'll try okay, it's suppose. Gusto Ortega kidnapped by pirates. 2006, July 17th by R. Key. This news is unbelievable and has upset the entire scientific community. The Lady Blau, the yacht of the famous Professor Gustavo Ortega, has been attacked by pirates while it was cruising off the coast of Barbados. A distress signal was picked up on 15 July at 0235. It took the rescue service 4 hours to reach the boat, according to eyewitness reports. The craft had bullet marks almost everywhere on board, and the signs were that the boat has been ransacked. Everything on board was a complete mess. It looked as though a tornado had passed through, explained Sergeant Ruse, a member of the Maritime Intervention Unit. The only positive thing to come out of this sad affair is that there was absolutely no sight of blood anywhere. This indicates that no one got injured when the vessel was boarded, leaving us to assume that a ransom demand will follow imminently. The incident of pirate attacks has increased over the last few years in this area. Dang, pirates of all things is kind of crazy. Profile of Professor Gustavo Ortega, date of birth 1949, March 20th. Eminent scientist created with numerous scientific advances. His research focuses mainly on the brain, artificial intelligence, and since 2001, nanotechnologies. Ah, of course, the big 3. Gustavo was an exceptionally gifted children, if withdrawn, who grew into a cold, dictatorial adult with an overinflated ego. Of course he would. He was renowned amongst the scientific community just as much for his angry outbursts as for his numerous discoveries. For a number of years, the only person he has been working with is Miss Spencer. Former colleagues say that they admire the scientist in him, but have very little time for the man obsessed by his research, which totally disregard ethics. As head of Project H, am I an AI? I had like an H on my arm. He is potentially linked to the events that took place in the forest, especially as his disappearance in July 2006 left a lot of unanswered questions. Why was there no ransom demand made? Why has no body been found? Why was there no trace of the alleged pirates? True. I have not seen any trace of pirates in my gameplay. Profile of Professor Lisa Spencer. Born in Paris in 1974, Lisa is the daughter of Paul Spencer, the U.S. ambassador to France, and the former top French model, Carla Bijart. It is very difficult to obtain even the minimum information about Miss Spencer, as her father has so many contacts, and his influence is such that few are willing to say anything. Lisa is a headstrong woman who does not seem to let anything get her way. Get in her way. The few friends who were able to contact during the investigation all agree that although Miss Spencer initially seems cold and distant, she is able to show warmth and boundless generosity once you have gained her trust. She was an exceptionally renowned scientist who has been working for Nanopharma Laboratory for many years. In 2002, she joined the team of the famous Professor Gustavo Ortega and became his assistant. Through 2003, she was the only person with whom the scientist was willing to work. Professor Lisa Spencer tragically died in a terrible car accident on July 26, 2006. Wow, that is tragic. We are extremely interested in Miss Spencer because the circumstances surrounding her death remained very bizarre. She died suddenly just a few days after Gustavo Ortega's disappearance. This coincidence is more than perturbing. Where there are people who wanted to get rid of these scientists or get their hands on the results of their research. Finally, why did the victim in the forest have a photo of Spencer and Ortega on him? That is very suspicious indeed. A photograph has been found in the victim's hand. It has the following written on it: still alive. Even when I'm dead, they'll be still alive, it seems like. Gustavo Ortega kidnapped because of Project H. More than a week has elapsed since the disappearance of the famous scientist, and the mystery deepens. No ransom demand has been made as of yet, and none of the other boats which were cruising the waters around the Lady Blue noticed any suspect vehicle about. Members of Gustavo Ortega's family have disclosed that just recently, the scientists seem to be particularly nervous and more paranoid than ever, distrusting everyone. The editor tried to contact the Nanopharma laboratory, which employs Gustavo Ortega. A spokesperson for the lab was reluctant to express an opinion or answer questions. An unnamed source from inside the lab told us that Gustavo was working on a particularly sensitive project, which he managed alone with his assistant, Miss Louisa Spencer. He was about to make a significant breakthrough, but no one knows exactly what kind of research he was involved in. The only thing we knew was that his work, which went by the name of Project H, received an endless flow of funds from Nanopharma's board of directors. This information leaves us baffled when you realize the genius potential of the scientist. Was Gustavo Ortega on the point once again of turning the scientific community upside down? This may lead us to wonder about what is behind Project H, and whether this project is not linked closely or tenuously with the disappearance of Gustavo Ortega. Interesting. I've not seen any information on what Project H is yet. File 148PH0209. Subject of investigation: murder and strange happenings in the forest. Ah, this is what happened to me. Investigator Sergeant Coyle. After several months of investigation, everything clearly leads us to believe. I don't know why I'm reading words that aren't there. After several months of investigation, everything clearly leads us to the Nanopharma laboratory. First of all, the tattoo on the left forearm of the murder victim found in the forest is actually the logo for Project H, which was the project being run by the famous Professor Gustavo Ortega and his assistant, Miss Lisa Spencer, for the Nanopharma laboratory. Secondly, we were able to finally confirm for definite the identity of the man and woman pictured in the photo the victim had in his hand. It was those two. Obtaining information on a confidential project being run by a group as powerful as Nanopharma will be anything but easy, but this can be the only place where we can find the answers. The logo and photo are the only serious leads we have. It should also be noted that there are numerous gray areas in connection with the professor's disappearance and the death of his assistant. Yes, indeed. Pirates and a car crash? Unlikely. Nanopharma Laboratory has once again been the recipient of a bad news. After the disappearance of the eminent Professor Gustavo Ortega on the 15th of July last, we have regrettably learned that the scientist's assistant has just lost her life in a terrible car accident. Late last night, around 3 o'clock in the morning, Miss Lisa Spencer left her laboratory to return home. It was not unusual for this workaholic to leave work at such a late hour. At 3 a.m.? Jeez. Crazy to spend that much time working. She was the only person with whom Gustavo Ortega had agreed to work with since 2003. Impressive. At the age of 23, made major advances in neurology and treatments for conditions affecting the brain and peripheral nervous system. She was driving a car when she was completely familiar with when she lost control and hit the bottom of a ravine after falling more than 100 meters. And that does seem unlikely that you lived then. The vehicle was so badly burnt that the police could only identify the young assistant's body from the car's registration plate. Ooh, sounds like it might not have been her that died. Tired and lack of attention are the probable causes of this terrible accident, and the police chief reminds all motorists, ... Okay, what's this? His diary. Some pages in the diary are illegible. What a shower of imbeciles. After 3 months, I've been asking NG generation nanomachines. These good-for-nothing idiots claim that they are unable to produce them with using the current technologies available. I mean, yeah. Nanomachines are kind of theoretically very difficult to make. Okay, that's a lot of text. The HO1 serum has only been partial success. A nanomachines were installed and launched the mouse's sensory control program. Mouse see blank cheese in its cage, which is actually completely empty. Even when the machines are turned off, it did not calm the mouse down and he dies of a heart attack. Something worse switched on. Things do go wrong! I can't understand why these damn cannot tolerate perhaps cheese inside it. All my calculations are accurate. There's absolutely no doubt about that. By getting rid of the shower of imbeciles around me. Oh. I must find people that I can trust and create a team worth its salt. It seems lack of understanding is a burden of geniuses. This is the 4th team I've gotten rid of, and the Nanopharma board of directors are starting to take me to task on my management methods. Fear of God into my team, as if I care. I'm so close to finalizing a technique that may alter the curse of humanity, and all they can talk to me about is management. I can no longer work, cretins. However, woman who seems just as exasperated as I am by the team's incompetence. Her comments are usually brilliant and relevant. I've just had an idea. Art about it. Heard about it? Least theories was therefore correct. That the progress made has been remarked. Thanks to H134, time required to take over the host has been cut to less than 10 minutes. Unfortunately, the result is the same madness and an increase in heart rate to the point of heart attack. I mean, I wouldn't say there's obviously a solution to it, but sure. Eureka! I'm sure I found it. It was 2 o'clock in the morning when the solution presented it to me as clear as day. I've been analyzing a blank stave for several hours. When completely exhausted, I looked up from my microscope. At least I was working on blank. As I was looking at her tapping away on the computer, the solution came to me. Title, I could simply kill rodents the same method we use for handling a simple comm. Cool. Final result is worth all our efforts. That's 6 hours now that the mouse has been living under the control of nano machine. Only had to transfer information to the brain and not on the brain, not on the brain itself. Brain can now only have to modify the information received, which has already been modified at an earlier stage. Why did that text disappear like that? What was that? Mouse is still. On the other hand, the first signs of madness appeared a few hours ago. Okay, about a day. They don't have at least idea how to trip these symptoms. We're not going to get any more. We need to move on to the blank stage, but we are going to have to be very persuasive so the board gives me the authorization to carry out the types of experiments that I need now. Humans. Board thinks they're going to stop me as easily as that. Oh, well, of course. Oh, no, a month, not a day, it's a month after. A month and a day. Geniuses have always had to fight against the conservative approach imposed by ignoramuses, dazzled by the pathetic knowledge. Lisa will follow me, I'm sure of it. We're made of the same stern stuff. Yep. Lisa is a blank. We need discretion, working to make it possible to take control of the 5 senses of a laboratory mouse. Of course. But I feel that I'm being watched. Actually, no, I am being watched. It's a definite fact. Just a few more days to wait, and then they're faking their death. Just a few more. They're all there to spy on me. Just another few days. Traitor? What? Was Lisa a traitor? Looks like there's this note. Nope. Computer. Ah, there's 2 files on computer. From Sergeant Coyle to Lieutenant Shepard. Street events in the forest. Okay, this is shorter than the diary. Point taken. Several men on a wild goose chase through the forest. Listen out for murmuring sounds and look for black fog. Just politely point them in the direction of a shrink. Someone came to the police station. Yes, it's red bottom at the top. Someone came to the police station this morning to tell us about strange goings-on in the neighboring forest. That's the 4th time in less than 2 weeks. Jeez. Their descriptions of events have always been the same from one eyewitness to the account to the next. They have all heard voices making something like a murmuring sound, and they all describe a strange feeling as if they were being watched or followed. One of the people said that they saw a kind of strange black fog. So either these people are setting us up with some schoolboy prank looking to get their cheap thrills, or there really are strange goings-ons in this forest. All these people need to have a lie down as they were all completely hysterical. Hysterical Project mentioned the name of the game drop? Name drop? Lie down as they're completely hysterical and they're telling us this. And the final one. Wow. Mastered in 38 minutes though. A lot of time was spent reading unnecessarily, technically. Police report. Subject murder. Victim unidentified. After receiving several calls telling us that an explosion had been heard in the forest, I decided to go to the scene while I was out on patrol. Found tracks and plant debris coming from confirming that a moderate force explosion had taken place. Yeah, I used the bomb. The explosive device must have been an anti-personal mine or a homemade object. Yesterday we found a body which we have not yet identified. The victim is a man, 30 to 35 years of age, no distinguishing marks apart from a tattoo. Cause of death is unclear. The conclusion from the first post-mortem is that he died of a heart attack. Sounds like the mouse. The clues which make us think that a murder has been committed are the marks around the victim's wrists and ankles, indicated that he was bound. The victim also had a photograph on him in very poor condition, showing a man and woman working in a laboratory. We are making every effort to establish the identity of the victim and that of the couple in the photograph. Was I Gustavo Ortega? Probably not. No, I was the victim. I was someone being experimented on by Gustavo Ortega, I think is the thing. Because I died of a heart attack, which is how the mouse died. And I think Gustavo would have been like, he was born in like 1940, so he'd have been like 60. depending on when this game released, which was 2010, so he'd been like 65, not 30. Anyway, I think that's all that the game has to offer. At least in terms of the achievements that it is. So I've mastered it, so I guess that's all.